day, but I just got the package. Man, judging from the weight of it, I'm guessing this is the comic books I got from DrSkull's Raw Comics, or DrSkull's Comics. I'm not 100% sure, but he's an eBay, or not eBay. Well, it had eBay stickers on here, but he does have an eBay account thingy, whatever he sells on eBay. But I didn't get him from eBay. He has a YouTube channel, so I may occasionally repost his pictures. Not pictures. What is it called? Whenever he has videos, and this is like Band-Aid, like tape, really indestructible freaking tape. So as heavy as this package is, like I said, I think this is the comic books I got. Now I got 2 lots, sort of. I mean, there was a $10 lot and a $20 lot. He gave them to me for $25 total and threw an extra comic. And the bigger lot, let me go throw this box on the floor over here beside of me. Pull up the chair. I'm gonna have to. Whoa, that cat's been sitting in that chair. Woo! This car is gonna get destroyed. It's gonna fall off the thing and get destroyed. All right, so we got. I'm gonna sit it on the side over here because it's too big. I can't keep it in frame and open it. And now you got an out of frame background. Yep, it is huge. Now the thing about this lot is, this is my headphones here. I'm not listening to the music right now. Just the music in my head. Some of these comics, like in the one lot, the bigger lot actually, were pretty much like, let's decoupage with them, or, you know, they're not really, they're like throwaway comics basically, or whatever. So he's just clearing out stuff. And then I don't know where it's going to separate between those and the others. So he put them in big old bags. I didn't expect that, but that's okay. I expect them kind of loose actually. Oh, here's a comic I had as a kid. I probably still have it. But a lot of this is either missing pages or it's just the covers or something like that. So we won't look too carefully at them, because honestly, if you want to see his videos, I will try to read whatever his videos, because it's got the same thing I'm just going to end up showing you. Like this is missing some stuff, but I'm sure I can still read a lot of these. Some of them probably smell like a basement. That's what I'm getting the idea of. So yeah, this is a lot of stuff that you can like basically, hey, I might want to put this on, like say a lamp or something like that. That's an idea he had. I was like, whoa, okay. And I've been wanting to decoupage some things, I don't know, just to see. I'm just trying to think about it. Like I said, I was watching some video about Mod Podge, and all of a sudden I got a notification. A package was left on your doorstep. I was like, really? They're like super ninja, or shinobi. I think these are the reading ones, but I'm not sure. I'm still digging through the box. Again, still not sure if this is the one. Oh yeah, there's some magazines on here I want to check out. What they're called, magazines. I think these are still the ones that are the, well, you can throw them away kind of thing. Like they're not, they're like really beaten up and nobody wants them kind of thing. But I want them. I love comic books. I don't care if they're old and ugly and stuff like that. Remember, there's some things, beauty is only skin deep. I know, I don't like stinky things. I can tell you that right there. I'm trying to pull out all the what is it called? Bubble tape. So I can put these over there as I, well, okay. Ron. All right, I think these are the ones for reading. Oh, here's, okay, so this must be the one he said he threw an extra for me, because it's all by itself and I can't put my fingers under it. So it is Spider-Man and Power Pack about production with the Corporation of National Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse. So Community Service of Memorial Hospital of Michigan. Looks like it's pretty rough there. That's okay. Like I said, I'm a reader. I don't collect, so to speak. Now I do want the better condition of things. Let's see what they smell like. Woo! Yeah, that's got some smell to it right there. I feel like I used to watch a guy on the YouTubes back when I only had a YouTube channel just to watch things. And he was always saying like, old comic book smell. So I'm like, nah, I'm not an old comic book person as far as the smell is concerned. I mean, it's like, if it smells like a basement, I'm like, I'll read it at an arm's length from myself. What is that, like a Subway? Oh no, it's eBay. I thought that was a Subway sticker. I was like, for real? So let's see what we got in this pile right here. We got ROM. I'm not a fan of the modern stuff, but never. I mean, maybe I'll decoupage that. Hey, there's an idea. Modern stuff has got pretty art, but like I have no idea what this is. So anybody ever read Ego, Earth Galactic Operations, front by Image. Oh, okay, yeah, Gen 13 is one of the comics. I've read some Gen 13. It's very 90s, you know, the whole grunge thing. Southern, yeah, that word. Faith. Oh, look, a book about the believing in God. Does she ever show where she's praying? I don't know anything about faith except for the faith that I have. Anyway, we got Allergic. Yeah, no. Countdown to Final Crisis. All right. This is a pretty interesting cover as far as the characters. It's like, what is this? Blue Beetle mixed with Dove? I definitely know who Donna Troy is. That's a great picture of Donna Troy. I'm trying to figure out who the artist is. It's Andy Kubert. Wow. All right. Pretty good art on that cover right there. I don't know if I ever read this. I've read all of the ones that counted backwards. But that wasn't Countdown. That was Zero Crisis, I think. Or 0 Hour. It's got those shiny pages that I hate, personally. Don't like the shiny stuff, personally. I don't know. I don't like having glare in my eyes while I'm trying to read. Black Flag. It's by Maximum Press, so it's made for like more mature readers, which I'm definitely not a mature reader. I'm like, ugh, gross, kissing. Kitties. All right, we got Authority. Respect my authority. Cyberspace 3000. I think I have all but one issue of Cyberspace. Wouldn't it be funny if this was the issue I needed? That would be freaking awesome. Outsiders. Now, I have not read the Modern Outsiders, except maybe a few issues. And I was like, I think it's when they crossed over with the Titans. I may have read some of those. I think I'd read it in a trade paperback. Avatar. They don't look anything like Blue Cat people. Huh. Ooh, it's TSR. That's good. It's got a lot of stuff right there going on with the covers. But I think, honestly, that comes from the glue at the time. It does have kind of that water smell to it, though. Like it's been somebody's basement for a while. But here at the beach, we can just put it out in the hot, hot sun for a while. Ooh, you know what? I can put this in my car, and all that hot, 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 hot air will probably stink up my car. I was about to say, it might clean. Ew, he's naked. That's gross. All right, so, not bad art. I mean, it looks pretty interesting. I used to read some of the TSR comics back in the day. Assassin's Creed. Crap. Yeah, no, I mean, Assassin's Creed sounds interesting. What is this? Barrier. Yeah. And then Slapstick has got his own thingy, my dog. So is Slapstick a good comic book to read? Anybody? Tell me. All right, so that's that one bag full of stuff. I like to let them air out a little bit, although I'm in the kitchen, so it's not the best place to let things air out. All right, this one is another one. This has got some issues in it I definitely want to check out. I want to keep the bags in mint condition. Stargate. Now that was a fantastic movie. We got it Blu-ray, Laserdisc, all kinds of things. Actually, I do have a Laserdisc. Did you clickbait? DDIU clickbait. I don't get it. What does that mean? Clickbait? I don't know. I use bait when I go fishing. All right. Oh, Lynx. Atari Lynx. I always loved the art for that, but I bet the game sucked. I don't think I had any of these games. I had the Atari Lynx in a few games. The one that was the most annoying was the Bill and Ted's game. I was like, what am I doing? It's like you're trying to aim the little thing, little spinning, you have to aim it. Ugh. I may be thinking of the Nintendo version. I love Bill and Ted, but the movie, or the game, not so much. All right, here's what I think is interesting. So they had Spider-Man magazines. So Human Torch, I thought it said Human Fly there for a minute. I was seeing high-flying Human Torch. I was like, Metarog, there's Human Torch, or Human Fly. The flying, see? Fly Human. There we go. So these are kind of like what I guess these are like the DC's version of the quarterlies. They got a lot of stuff in here. It also kind of reminds me of my French comic book that it was kind of like a lot of little issues in one. kind of like a trade paperback, sort of 96 big pages. I mean, 4 more, they could just said 100. Fantastic Four face the menace of the Spinneret. So I wonder if these are all reprints. That's definitely John Byrne art. All right, so let's see. On the first page, it would say like reprinted in a reprint of. Yeah, it's got different years on here. So 1979, 1981, 1986, 1995. So yeah, these are definitely a reprint editor. There we go. Now, which is a reprint of? If I can't find it through here, I'll just find it on Comic Vine. Yeah, one of my friends was making a video of his recent pickups. He goes to a place called a comic book shop. They have shops with comic books in them. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I wish we had one of those here. I was just thinking, if I went back in time, I'd be like, I'd still not have a comic book shop. Yeah, I don't see where it says. Normally, it's like in the very first page. It's like reprinted from Fantastic Four or something. Like usually in the little box at the bottom. So, anybody have a clue where that information would be? I'm just really curious. Maybe it's in the back here. All right. Well, that's an interesting one too. Captain America, the Terminus Factor. I have a few issues with the Terminus Factor. I haven't gotten them all yet, so I haven't read it. If it's a story arc, I want to get all of them so I can read them. Some pretty good art. Justice Society of America. I'm pretty sure I have this issue, but hey, I'm not above having it twice. It's like glossy pages. Ugh. Oh, no, this is way newer than the ones I had. This is 2009. I may have it anyway, though, but I mean, the Justice Society of America that I read was actually GSA. Never mind. I do have some Justice Society of America. Here's a Wolverine comic. They're always good. Inside look at December's hottest comics. Yeah, Sega is the thing that I kept. All those things. Oh, that's the stupid Alpha Flight. I like the original Alpha Flight. I haven't read any of the new ones. I can't say stupid until I read them, and then I can say stupid. Alright, these were a dime a dozen. Well, a quarter each. Marvel Portraits of a Universe, book 3 of 4. Is this like an art book? Kinda, sorta. It's kind of like one of those books where it has the information and you read along. One of the best comic books, blah, blah. Oh, okay, so it's more like a Wikipedia. Superman 100, The Death of Clark Kent. The 100 ones had prismatic covers on a, you know, like this one was a $2.99. I bet the Prisma was like $3.99. I have the Wonder Woman one and a few others. I may have this one actually in the Prisma version. I can't remember. They're all very, the Prisma ones were the prismatic ones, the ones that had the Prisma on the cover. They were, even though this one's very simplified, they were even more simplified. It was just like, you know. Ooh, I had that character, the Conduit, except he was yellow. It's like he got a hold of kryptonite. Oh, no, he's yellow. He's just green glare in that one. This must be from the 90s. Oh, yeah, the 100 ones were 90s. Okay, that looks like a fun one to read. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that one. All right. All right, so let's see if any of these are some ones that I would definitely want to read, or if this is the ones that I would rather just cut up. Now, back in the day, before previews, there was something called Advance, and they were like, after the month was over, they kind of threw them away at the comic book stores. This was when I was in college, and I didn't have any money anyway, so I was like, oh, free stuff. I'm like, yes, I'll take some free stuff. The Tales of Terror. Ooh, that guy's, he's going to have a bad itch. All right, the best issue of Radioactive Man ever. They really had 100 issues of that comic? Huh. All right, Street Fighter featuring the Ferret. Baby Huey. And evidently Don. Dun 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 dun. Richie Rich. These are the ones, yeah, that you're, whew. Oh, golly, that had a strong smell to it. I figured it would, but I was just like, I'm going to test it. It worked. Oh, here's the comic book I definitely wanted for the comic book. I want all the Star Treks from this generation. DC's Volume 1 first, and then Volume 2. So no matter what condition this is, unless there's missing pages, this will go in my private collection. Oh, that's why you guys say PC. What do you do with the ones that don't go in your PC? I remember these. They were little plastic figures. They didn't do much. So when they don't go in your PC, what do y'all do with the ones that don't go in your PC? So I'm sticking that to the side, like diagonal a little bit different. The Man of Tomorrow, number 11, Time War. If I don't already have, well, the cover's falling off. I don't care. I still want to read it. All right, Hercules Unbound. I only read the Hercules Bound comics. That looks pretty good condition. Shoot, these comic books, some of these are better than the ones that I buy out in the Dollar Tree. Or Dollar Tree, what am I saying, Dollar Bin. All right, Tomahawk, just hasn't got a cover on it, that's all. 1955. Then a Thor without a cover on it. I bet it still gets some good reading. Oh, yeah, there we go. Ego figures. Batman from 1993. I thought Jean-Pierre took his place during that time. Well, it doesn't show Batman on the cover except in the corner, so it could be that era. No. Oh, no, it's got Batman in it. What did he get his back broke? Because this is issue 660 of Detective Comics. I think he got his back broke around that period, didn't he? Now, this one is a beater, but I don't care. That's a nice looking cover anyway. Unless it's really missing some pages or just completely, I think they're going to be something I'll read. I do have another one of these, so you know, I think this is just the cover. Yeah, I remember a few of them. He's like, just the cover, just the cover. So that would be something I could decoupage. The Rampaging Hulk. That looks kind of interesting. So again, I didn't pick these out. I didn't go to the comic book store. This was sitting a lot that Dr. DrSkull's Raw Comics. He was selling a bunch of. He was just clearing out stuff that he couldn't sell on eBay probably, that nobody would want. But I'm the kind of person that wants what nobody else wants. Obviously, here's the cover, just the cover. Oh, here's a comic I wanted. I had this when I was a kid. Mine was not signed by Chris, so this was clearly worth more than the one I had as a kid because Chris signed this one. So, a stain. I don't want to know what that's from. Yeah, I was curious about Superwoman. I saw her in a few of these things. Yeah, I definitely had this when I was a kid. Except mine was not signed by Chris. This has got some massive water damage. All right, I'm putting it to the side because I'm still going to keep it. I don't care. This is like definitely water. Like it's water rippled and locked into place. All right, so we got those. Putting the bag over yonder. All right, next pile. I know, if you're bored, let me know, but I'm like excited because this is like fun stuff for me. I don't get to go to a comic book shop like you guys do. A lot of you guys are at comic book shops like every day. We don't have a comic book shop. The only place around here you're going to find comics is, and that's it. You didn't say anything. Exactly. Here's some more without covers, but hey, still good for reading. What is this one? It's like, oh, it's all sad sack. I thought maybe that was just one of the, back in the olden days, any comics, like Action Comics, had like a variety of different types of, stories inside. I think this is ridiculous. He's pulling the entire planet. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders, literally. Robot Man in Ghost Patrol, 2 Golden Age thrillers. So is this like reprints of the Golden Age? I think so. That looks like a reprint right there. This is pretty interesting, actually. Sea Monkeys. I got Sea Monkeys when I was a kid, and I was extremely disappointed. This is the cover that was like, man, that's groovy. That is so groovy. I should have this one because I have a lot of these. I don't think I'm missing many, but I don't remember this cover. I think that he had it in there twice or something, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. But if this is in condition where I can read it without having to miss any pages, yeah, I'm gonna put it over in my to be read, or to at least check to make sure I have it. All right, Chip and Dale, and all it is just colored in right there, which I'm okay with. Shoot, some of my original comic books would be like that if I still had them. Yeah, it's a pretty good condition, actually, to be honest with you. GI Combat, number 282. Yep, there's the cover for this one. So, not my favorite kind of thing to read. Losers, yeah, that's me. And then Our Fighting Forces. Oh, okay, it is Our Fighting Forces, number 140. Number 140. So yeah, this is the cover. There's the back cover. The Song of Storms, Stanley presents. This is the Uncanny Origins. 1997, so it's in that time period that I enjoy reading. But how many times am I going to have to read her origin over and over again? So, Oh, look at this. Superman Family. I may have had this comic book when I was a kid because I definitely had this on a cover. I don't know. This is number 183, so I may have had this one. Let me look at it a little bit more. So I always thought, wow, it's like the Batman and Robin of Candor. So this is some good reading right here, unless there's missing pages. I know. Superman and Jimmy Olsen were original dynamic duo Candor. Yeah, definitely going to go back and check to see which one of these I already have, and that could be the decoupage that I'll try out. Six Gun Heroes. I feel like I don't know, I guess that's like so common to see that picture. Alright, we have Ringo Kid. That cover is almost completely gone. Ooh, Star Trek. Yes. Star Trek 181, or 1981, number 10 by Marvel. This is the Marvel Comics one. Alright, I hope it's intact enough to read. I want to get all the Marvel comic ones, all the Volume 1 of DC and all the Volume 2 of DC. The Volume 1 of DC, I'm telling you right now, you want to read it. Trust me, I put it over my special pile. You definitely want to read it. If you like Next Generation, read Star Trek. Not the Next Generation. Read Star Trek Volume 1, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's almost like whoever wrote the Next Generation, I guess Gene Roddenberry, said, he was reading the comic books and said, let's make a TV series out of this, and instead of making it based on the original characters, let's just bring in a whole new cast, but let's got all the same concepts. Separating saucer section, there's a few other, the Klingon being one of the crew members, different background to him though, and he could be his dad for all I can remember. But yeah, it's, man, fantastic. Why can't we, bigger kids are talkie, I don't know, do, re, mi. Okay? Dennis, you're making no sense, baby. You're making no sense. So, it looks pretty intact, except the cover's falling off. Does he put something on the back for that guy to say? Something, but something, yeah, I can't read it. Makes no sense. Oh, look at this one. All right, so we got Adventure Comics number 42. No, volume 42. Yeah, if it's number 42, that'd be worth something, even without a cover. 1976. So that was like right at the cusp of me reading, but I don't know. Let's see. If it has Starman and Plastic Man in it, then definitely I read this one. Starman and Plastic Man. I remember when I first started reading Adventure, it had Starman and Plastic Man. It did. The first few had, like, it was still left over from Aquaman, and it was kind of moving over to Starman, Aquaman, or Plastic Man, and then it got taken over by the Dial H for Hero. It's kind of like three different storylines. Here's the Cookie Kid. C is for Cookie. That's good enough for me. Then we got the Flintstones, 1962 damaged, loose, worn out. It's pretty. I'm sure that this bag is holding it together. If I took it out, it would probably fall completely apart. Look at that art. That's still fantastic. Lots of tape on it, holding it together. Yeah, even if you don't read that, that cover looks really good. I think that would make a great, if you want to press a comic book to just look at the cover, you're like, yeah, sure, that's a good idea. I don't want to spend, I wish you guys spend money on these comic books that you guys put in like carbonite, like Han Solo or something. You put in your little plastic prisons. I just wonder, maybe if that's what you like. I'm not knocking you. I just personally not a fan of it, but I don't have money to throw around like that. I just don't. And you might be thinking, well, all this other... Yes, I do buy stuff, but I buy it on clearance, mostly. So it doesn't count. It doesn't count. All right, we got Man of War, 1978. Yeah, I don't know. It's got enemy ace in it, so it sounds kind of interesting. You got The Secret Six. It's a 2007. Let's see if there's any redeeming value to this. That's a good cover. Ooh, the animated series. I got the animated series completely on Laserdisc. I haven't made any more Laserdisc videos in a while because nobody seemed to care, so... Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like something I want to read it. Now, I did used to read some ElfQuest back. That looks nothing like an ElfQuest cover. First off, of course, it's pointy ears, and it just doesn't look like an ElfQuest cover. Now, that looks like ElfQuest art right there. The guy who drew ElfQuest, the one that I knew about, he died. Yeah, anyway, look at this Avengers. Oh my gosh, number 143. And you're like going, yeah, but I mean, I think that's gorgeous right there. The Avengers break loose. Not break win, break loose. So, no, still the same message, buddy. Avengers assemble. Informer giant robot. I don't think I have an Avengers this old. Look at that staple right there in the middle, though. What the heck? What in the world? I think somebody tried to staple it. That's probably why it's worth almost nothing. Somebody tried to staple it back together, and they... Oh, my gosh. Well, they got the pages that stick there, but you can't open them all the way. That's not hard to fix. I just can't... I have to read it carefully if I read it. I don't know. I mean... I probably have trade paperbacks with it in it or something. All right, what if Magneto took over the USA, part 2 of 2? Oh, darn it, I'm in part 1. That's why I'm like, sometimes I have comic books I've never read because I need part 1. Ooh, look, Sentinels. When did they ever make what if into like 2-issue arcs? That's weird. The only what ifs I ever read were completely self-contained. Oh, wow, look at this one. Now, when they have the 4 faces up there, you know that's like my childhood right there. My favorite comic book is when they're all the evil version of the Fantastic Four. What time is it? I got the sun coming in over here, which means it's afternoon. I'm not 100% sure. I guess it's number 213. Yep, 213. You know, one thing I wondered about him is if his skin is super stretchy, will he ever get old and wrinkly? Because his skin would just stretch. Now, I loved when they used to do eight issues, 8-page backgrounds, like the backstories, English. I loved it when they did that stuff back then. That was like the only way we really got to keep up with the Justice Society of America, is because a lot of these backstories, now this one's not, but they would be like the Earth 2 Green Lantern and the Earth 2 this and the Earth 2 that. So it was the only way I got to keep up with those guys. So even as a kid, I was like, how did I find out about this stuff? That's how. All right, Secret Origins of the Supervillains. This is actually a DC All-Stars, or Superstars Presents. All new. Okay, usually those are reprints, I thought. Look at Hawkman without his wings on his head. So, is Earth 2 and Earth 1 working together? Or did Hawkman's wings on his head slowly grow over time? I don't know. That's one way I kept them separate, is this was Earth 2's Hawkman. But he's got the little thing, like the mullet part of it. Uncle Sam. Richie Rich. Now, did they ever make a comic book based on the cartoon? Because the cartoon, he looked nothing like this in the comics. He's not dressed in like 1930s attire. Little dots in there. He was dressed more like Ricky Stratton from Silver Spoons. I was like, seriously, when I saw the cartoon came out, I was like, this is a Silver Spoons cartoon. Let's be honest. Because the cartoon never dressed like that. Seems to be in pretty good condition. Look at that giant pearl. I wonder if Aphrodite's in the background. My fingers are feeling like they're getting numb. Look at the size of my finger now. Gee Louise. Alright, world's finest. Here we go. Now we know why our suns... Oh, okay, so this is one of the super suns. I have the book of the super suns right in there in my room on the shelf. Not the super suns to modern ones. It's the original alternate universe kind of background super suns. It's like all the collected stories from, well, this and... Man, okay, this one's probably not going to be able to be read. It looks like it's been torn up too badly. Oh, that's a shame. It's a shame when good comics like this get torn up. But if anything gets used as decoupage, this would be a good one. Alright, Final Conflict. Action Comics from 1994. We got Post-Death Superman, I think. Or is this the one that led to him being, is that like before he got his suit ripped off of him? Oh, whew. All right, my lungs were being overcome by the particles in the air. The Challenge of the Hobgoblin. All right, we got one more of these to look at. But then I'm going to have to go and let my air get into my lungs and get the mildew out or whatever this stuff is called. Look, I'm not complaining at all because I knew what I was getting into because he said clearly these are like this. So I'm just like, well, I still want them, and nobody else wanted them. I just have this heart for the most ratty comic books. I still love them. I don't like them falling apart and getting stuff all over the table. I'm a clean freak, so it's like my fingers right now feel really gross. Like if you try to take my fingerprints right now, it wouldn't come out. There's so much stuff in them. Okay, I definitely had this comic when I was a kid. I don't know if they ever produced it or what, but I see it in a lot of people's lots when they go to the dollar bins. Iron Man. I did not have many Iron Man. I had one with Whirlwind flying in the background when I was a kid. And it may have been in Avengers because I remember Captain America was in it. I think Captain America and Whirlwind were going at it, and Iron Man and somebody else was going at it. And I had the one with Whiplash where I think Whiplash was right here and Iron Man was right here, and Whiplash, like his whip had grabbed him and yanked him back. I do have this Legion of Superiors, I know that. Already, I mean, I'm not saying obviously I got it now, but I'm saying I already have it. So I'll look at which one's got the worst condition and I can use it, maybe for something artistic. This is the very first issue of King Conan. I had the reprint of this. I think they reprinted it for those dollar things that, gosh, I can't remember what they're called. Basically, they would do reprints for $1 kind of to promote, hey, we're about to put out the trade paperback or omnibus or whatever. It seems like that's the whole issue, was that they were really just doing it for that purpose. Here's number 4 of something. I'm going to guess X-Force. It just looks like an X-Force comic. Okay, let me go to the very front then. X-Force number 4, 1991. You wouldn't believe how many issues of number 1 I bought of that back in the day. I wanted all the cards. I was so into cards. Crack. Now here is a comic that I definitely used to use. I used to cut them up. I love this artist. And they got RoboCop. Funny thing is, RoboCop was on the TV on Saturday last week. I don't watch regular TV. I have Pluto TV, and I pretend like that's my good old-fashioned cable. I never had this issue. I'm trying to see if there's anything here that looks familiar, and not anything looks familiar in this one. Because I don't know what the cover looks like, but that doesn't matter. I would notice something inside of it. I would read my Mad magazines and crack back to back. Right, cover to back. I would read them. That's how I got my weird sense of humor from when I was a kid. Oh, look, it's Godzilla. It's Radzilla. Godzilla. He's like, Godzilla. Inflate here. They're all running from me. He's like going on a rampage. Godzilla. He takes the card off of it. He makes a skateboard. I vaguely remember something like that. Somebody else could have done the same thing. Or they could have reprinted this. They did do that a few times, that's for sure. Like in maybe a Godzilla issue or something. They would have put it back in there. So there we go. For Kaiju Lai, we got Radzilla. Dun, 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 Radzilla. Dun, 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 dun. Let me put it over here so I want to take a picture of that for my Bob. Or maybe do a short, like you read it. We got Donald Duck, Walt Disney. This looks like something that doesn't really normally come with a cover kind of thing. It's Disney's Comics and Stories. Yeah, 1994. It definitely had a cover at one time. It had a little triangle logo, I think. It was by the company Hamilton. Well, I don't know about Hamilton, but I remember there was some that had this little triangle on the top that was upside down. Spider-Man Untold Tales. I think this, yeah, 1997. Okay, they did an X-Men series too of the Untold Tale. It's kind of like going back to the original 60s versions of these things and doing a story in that vein. I could be wrong though, but I'm just saying I think I had a few of the X-Men ones. 1993, this is What If. What if it's What If number 1 of the other one I have? No, I don't see Magneto in this at all. And here's a Richie Rich without a cover, and it's got a plastic bag with explanation. 50 cents, 1976. Oh my gosh, why would they have What the Frack on there? What the Frack, $10. So it is 1977, Lionel Richie. It doesn't give a number. Oh, the number. Okay, it's like the printing didn't come out there. The ink. So it's number 1 something. I don't know. So yeah, the ink must have had like a divot in there. I hate when that happens. Now I'll never know which issue it. Oh wait, it appears that the back cover's on. So is this? Huh. I wonder if they, for some weird and inexplicable reason, just packed it in there without making the covers go on. I don't know. Let me find out. Maybe they're trying to say, this is why this comic book's important, because of this page. Don't know why. Alright, maybe it's just the back cover on it. And this page is just completely out of order. Golly, they got lots of really stickers. Alright. No, it's missing the back page. It's got the back page. It's got that much of the front page. Hey, but we know what number. It's number... Oh, no. We still don't know. It's number 1 something. That's all the information I have from the other. Okay. I'm definitely getting particles in my throat that I don't need. All right. I'm going to go lay down in front of the air conditioner. Like my lungs decontaminate. Let these things air out. So I took them out of the plastic bags, except I just stuck that one back in there. I know. I'm like, duh, not thinking. Hey, but hey, thanks for watching with me. Let me know which one of the things that you thought were the best. Attack of the Don Martin. Yeah, right. Don Martin's last words, Aperture. So yeah, I think this one, I definitely want to at least read some of it, because it's like you can't not read it. King Tut. Look, it's Alfred E. Newman. I love when they slip little things like that in there. So definitely, and then here's some things I'm definitely going to check to see if I have, or definitely get around to reading. I feel like I should have this one, and maybe mine is torn off and I don't recognize part of this cover. And I know I used to have this. Think about it that way. I knew I used to. And oh my gosh, this is in excellent condition. How could you not want a Star Trek comic? Oh, and there's some more comics. I didn't put them over to the side at the beginning. I think this is the one he said he put up aside for me. Because I have all the power packs except for this one and for some reason, the very last issue, I don't know why I can't find it unless it doesn't exist and I just think it exists. This is another one. Alright, so I'm just showing you my favorite ones out of the bunch so far. I should have done all that. I'm thinking this might be good. Let me know in the comments if this is one that's good. Adapted from the first fantasy trilogy. Slapstick looks interesting. We'll put that over here. Oh yeah, these magazines. They definitely look interesting. I'm interested in finding out and reading some of those. This Captain America looks good. So the ones that I'm definitely keeping, these are those. Oh, definitely this one. I think I have the other version of it. That's why I'm thinking I need to go find out on my little app. But that phone is charging as I was listening to music all day. This one, definitely. Alright, even the ones without covers, this one definitely. Even without a cover, I mean, it's worth something to me because I like covers. That's why when people are saying, oh, you know, I was saying the other day, like, I would definitely subscribe to a comic book that if you like take all the, like, say, Batman, the animated series, comics, and make them publish them once a month, I'd buy those over modern books any day. Like, people are like, why don't you get the trade paperbacks? I went, yeah, but I like individual covers. There's something about floppies. I have trade paperbacks. I do have trade paperback of the Batman ones. I got the pretty cheap ones as well. I don't really care for trade paperbacks. Every time I read one, it falls apart on me when I'm reading it. Halfway through, it'll like the pages start splitting. Here's one I want to keep definitely for sure. This one, even though it's in pretty ragged, I'm trying to say radical condition. This one, I think it's just too far gone. I don't know. Ooh, comics of cartoons. Ow. Oh, it's got that Egyptian dude in it. Alright, I do like this one a lot. I just feel like maybe it's too far gone. Well, I'm getting the whole thing back out, ain't I? This one's too far gone, sadly, but I do have the trade paperback for this. I did buy that one. It didn't seem to be a square bound, so it was like not as bad. I already have that one, Two Superheroes. I already have that Justice League. No, these are the ones I definitely want to keep, and I feel bad about this, but hey, once I read it, stick it back into a plastic or a bag. This won't feel like I feel like I'm afraid to touch it because this is going to fall apart. Once I stick it in its own comic book bag, it should be right as rain. And then fix these dog ears. Oh my gosh, look at that. So these are the ones that I picked that are my favorite of the lot. What did you guys pick that I didn't pick? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for spending time with me today.